Urgent Dallas Cowboys fan, this happened right now, that's why the fans didn't wait. But before we continue, I ask you who are not subscribed to click on the subscribe button and activate the bell. I can't prepare for the playoffs better than this. If there's one thing I've said repeatedly over the past few weeks, it's that NFL playoff games are never winnable in November. They are also no longer in December. But turning the page from November to December doesn't mean you can't start preparing for the postseason. And that Thursday night game was as good a preparation for the playoffs as you'll find out. No, I'm not saying the Cowboys beat a real playoff team in Seattle, which they fell to 6-6, which means for those who like to say the Cowboys didn't beat a playoff team, they are still technically correct. Who knows if the Seahawks will make the playoffs, as they still have the Eagles and 49ers to play. And who knows if the Cowboys will get a home game here at AT&T Stadium, where they are hot here in a place that is undoubtedly a home field advantage. What I do is this, it's a playoff type game and one that the Cowboys were certain to win. These are the types of games you see in the playoffs, back and forth, with both sides seizing the moment, losing it and gaining it back. These are the types of games where something happens out of nowhere and you just have to figure out a way around it. Of course, we've all seen Darren Bland making these kinds of plays, right? I can't actually say I predicted he would be beaten repeatedly by Seahawks receivers, but I was a little worried when the NFL named him NFC Defensive Player of the Month here on November 30th, with one game still to be played. On the other hand, Dak won the offensive award and it didn't bother him at all. But it wasn't just Bland who had problems on defense. The Seahawks had a great game plan to get the ball out of Geno Smith's hands quickly but still find open winners at the same time. They were attacking and causing the Cowboys all kinds of problems. But rightly so. When you're wondering how to think about the season Darren Bland is having, he has another choice. And then I almost got second on a fourth down play that was actually better if he didn't get the interception and gave up about 25 yards of field position. And just when you're starting to wonder why Micah Parsons wasn't a big factor in the game, boom, he broke through on fourth down with the game on the line and hit Geno Smith with an incomplete pass to win the game. That's the kind of thing you see in the playoffs. Things like that where the defense almost loses the game until they win. Games where the offense is literally biding its time to the finish line, but when they are almost there and need 4 more boats to get away from the Seahawks, they fail to pass to the end zone instead of running the ball and chewing up 40 more clock seconds. The offense controlled the game until it didn't and the defense had to step up and win. That's what you can expect in the playoffs, the unexpected. For me, this is the true sign of a good team, which manages to win in different ways, not only throughout the season, but throughout the game. Yes, we can sit here and blame the defense for allowing 35 points and what felt like 20 passes to Metcalf, even though it was only 6. But at the end of the night, the defense left the field 3 times in a row to win the game. When you get to the playoffs, it doesn't matter if you play this game in Philadelphia, San Francisco, Detroit, or right here at AT&T Stadium. The best teams simply find a way to win. The Cowboys won that kind of game here on Thursday. Now we will see that this is the type of preparation needed to return to the playoffs.